Possession here. 17-10 lead Westview, being led right now by 8 points from Brady Lehman and 6 points from Jethro Hostetler, who were leading scorers the other night when we played Busco as well. Jethro to trigger it in at half court across from us. Camden in the back court to receive the pass. Miller up on him as he crosses the timeline. Brady Lehman on the left side. Jethro brings it back up to the top. Brill has it up top now. Camden, Yoder almost passes it, holds up. Christian Nauert looking. Jethro gets it, almost picked off of there by Rader. Brady Lehman passes it down to Owen Brill on the left side. Back to Brady. Quickly down the right side, then backs it up. Jethro pull up, take a little shot. No good. And Christian Nauert got the pass, saves it in bounds, and then Brill has to chase it down almost across the center court. Westview controls the offensive board. Camden looking, gets it to Brill on the left side. He's got Stats all over him. Stats a very muscular looking young man, good athlete. Jethro pulls it back up top. Camden sets it back up to Owen Brill, just inside the three-point line. Almost got Brady Lehman cutting through. Jethro drives inside, loses the ball, says he dribbles it off of Grant Miller's foot, so Westview will retain possession. Seth Russell back in for the Panthers, and coming in for Westview, Max Engel checks back in, comes in for Christian Nauert. Camden looking to trigger it in. Not high enough, picked out of there by Stats. Goes coast to coast a little too hard. No good. Max Engel ends up with the rebound. Coming back the other way. Jethro Hostetler, Engel on the right side looking. Gonna use his dribble. Got Owen Brill on the right side. Dribbles in, almost poked away from behind there by Stats. Brady Lehman at the three-point line. Now up top, looks like we're trying to get set. Max Engel over on the right wing, nowhere to go. Brill comes across the top. Now he'll take the three-pointer. Got it, that's his second three of the night. Puts Westview up 20-10. Grant takes it down the right side. Camden Yoder all over him. Kicks it across to Zerker. And 3 seconds called on Kanye King in there. Caleb Leckleitner, a sophomore, 6-foot sophomore, comes in for the first time this evening for the Panthers as Jack Zerker takes a rest. Camden to Engel, down to Brill. Brill looking, he's got Stats on him. Brady Lehman. Brady takes a shot, about a 15-footer, drains it from the left side. 10 points for Brady now, 22-10. Grant Miller on the right side with Yoder on him. Seems like I've said that a time or two. Quick drive inside, no good. Ball rattles around, Max Engel ends up with it. That was Caleb Leckleitner, had a nice drive there, just couldn't quite finish it. Brady takes a three, nails a three. 12 points for Brady. Westview's up by 15, 25-10. There'll be a full timeout here at Westview High School. 4:15 to go here in the first half. Westview with a pretty commanding lead right now is not what I was expecting. I guess I hadn't seen much about their JV, but just seeing how their varsities played, watched some of their highlights, I thought I wasn't expecting this. But Grant Miller drives inside, can't get it. Shot, three-point shot taken. Brady Lehman tries to get it, poked out of his hands, but saved by Max Engel. And coming back the other way, Camden Yoder to Engel. Jethro had the open three, passes it up. Brill right at the elbow. Nice move, drives inside. Now he's going to kick it back out. Camden Yoder for three. He's going to be a little hard off the glass, but Brady Lehman chases it back down. Going to reset. Hits Camden up top. Over to Jethro on the right side. Jethro drives past his man. Got Max Engel inside. Could not get the ball to drop. Pulled out of there by Keegan Stats. Down the other way, Leck Leitner. Nice stutter step to get wide open by Garrett Fear. Jethro pulls the rebound out of there. Quickly up to Max. Max on the right side now hits Cam. Oh, almost. I think actually it might be a good thing that Leck Leitner tipped that. Otherwise, I think Grant was going to pick it off at the other end. Boy, they're overplaying those passes, trying to pick them off. Which means if you can get the pass through, you might have a open lane to the bucket. At times says he dragged his foot a little bit. Zerker comes in for Stats. I think that's the first time Stats has been out. Norberg checks back in for Westview, comes in for Brill. So triggering in right in front of their own bench. Jack Zerker will throw it into Grant Miller for the Panthers. Bring it back across the timeline down in the corner to Leck Leitner. Dribbles it up the side. Three-point attempt by Northwood, no good. And after making a beautiful save, Seth Russell was still standing out of bounds and the ball flew back to him. Sort of caught the ball and looked down at his feet, sort of shook his head. Okay. He got blood. Max Engel's got blood on his hand, so he'll need to head in to take care of that. Christian Noward checks back in for him. So triggering it in right at half court. Jethro into Camden. Camden brings it across the timeline. Working the ball around. Christian Noward's holding the ball. Better get moving. Oh, now he started counting. Oh my goodness, that should have been a foul. Could have been a foul. One of those trying to overplay the pass. Jethro dragged his foot, so called another turnover. Jack Zerker to trigger it in front of the bench into Grant Miller. Brings it across the timeline. Grant Norberg out there on Rader, down to Zerker, across to Miller again. Now up top to Leck Leitner, he's going to drive the left side. Zerker fake, takes a shot from about 8 feet, and can't get it to go. Rebound inside by Seth Russell. He puts it back up and in. His first points of the night, 25-12. Westview still up by 13. Another unforced turnover by Westview. So the Panthers triggered it in from the far side, bring it across the timeline again. Yoder on Miller. Looking, drives hard now. He's going to take it all the way himself, and he got what he wanted. Up and in. Grant Miller 3 points now. 14-25 West. Grant looking inside. Use his dribble, get out of trouble. Brings it up top. I'm going to talk things over, so Westview's going to take a quick timeout here. We'll be right back. 1:19 to go here in the first half. Westview's only points here in the second quarter have been a 3 by Owen Brill and a 3 by Brady. Oh, sorry. No, I guess Brady has a 3 and a 2, Brady Lehman. Northwood has scored the last 4 points. Grant Norberg underneath. Oh, he had Brady Lehman cutting wide open underneath, but he didn't see him. Camden inside. Seth Russell reaches in. He's going to be called for his first foul. Only 4 on the Panthers. So Camden will be triggering it in on the left side of our basket. Brady Lehman gets the ball. Drives in hard. Saying it was on the floor. I think the foul's going to be another one on Seth Russell. He just picked up his second in about 4 seconds time in clock time. 5 now on the Panthers, so we'll do it again. Norberg triggering it in on the left side. Hits Jethro out top to Mauer. Underneath to Jethro. Forces it up. Gets it to drop. Jethro Hostetler now with 8 points. Westview pushes it back out 27-14. Grant Miller on the right side, looking inside. Hits Rader. Down low to Stats. Drives hard. No good. Brady tries to get the rebound, but he can't because Stats is in his way on the floor. But Westview does end up with the rebound. Jethro with the ball on the left side, dribbles it to the top. Grant has it. Uses his dribble to get out of trouble. Camden picks it up. Clear up top. Probably a wise move. Didn't use his dribble. He's afraid he'd already used it. Brady Lehman gets the ball swatted away, pulled out of there by Garrett Fear. Comes down the other way. Hits Russell, drives hard to the basket, gets it to drop in, and they get to shoot one more. Foul's going to be called on Christian Mauer, his first. So that's 4th point for Seth Russell now, a chance to make it 5. 27-16, Westview still up with 10.9 seconds to go here in the first half. Second shot off the back of the iron, no good, but Stats pulled the offensive board out of there, couldn't control it. Now Zerker has it. He's going to go back in strong, no good. And Brill fights for the ball, gets it. 3 seconds to go, quickly the other way, time runs out. So they had a couple shots, a couple opportunities right there at the back basket and couldn't get him to drop. So going into halftime, Westview up 27-14. Westview was leading 17-10 at the end of the first quarter, so they outscored the Panthers 10-6 in the second quarter. Westview being led right now by 13 from Brady Lehman, 8 from Jethro Hostetler.
You had to score 16.
6 points from Owen Brill, has 2 threes. And I believe that at 1 point, the other point coming from Christian Mauer, who's 1 of 2 from the line. So Westview up 27-14. We'll be back in 10 minutes for the second half. Varsity. Have you watched? Did you watch those?
Yeah, I watched.
Did you see the kid hit the one from? They had when they played Fort Wayne. Yeah. At the end of the first quarter, they had scored. Fort Wayne did. They passed it in, and he was standing about 4 feet in from the end, halfway between the lane and out of bounds. Turned around, the visiting Northwood Panthers and the home team, the Westview Warriors, on LaGwanamedia.com. Welcome you back. Westview enjoying a 27-15 lead, or sorry, 27-16 lead. They were up 25-10 at one point, about halfway through the second period, and got outscored 2-6 to finish out the quarter, but still up 12. And I've lost track. Not quite sure which direction we're going. I guess it's not even on the board. I'm going to tell you who gets the ball first. I guess we'll find out together here in just a minute. And it appears Northwood's going to get the ball first. They'll be heading towards the west basket now here in the second half. Stats triggering the ball in to Grant Miller for the Panthers. Miller brings it across the timeline, goes down the left side, hits Stats up top. Stats drives hard in the lane, kicks it out to Raider. Raider back out to Stats. He drives in, jump step, puts it up, no good, over the top. Knocked it loose, but Max Engel ended up with the rebound. Camden Yoder quickly down the right side to Brill across the top. Now over to Brady Yoder on the right side. Drives it in, kicks it back out to Camden. To Brill, Lehman has it on the left side. Tries to hit Ostetler, excuse me, cutting across the baseline, but kicked out of bounds by Northwood, so Camden will be triggering it in on the left side. Gets it inside, trying to get Camden, looks like they're trying to get him open for a shot up top, but Grant Miller never stepped off of him. Ends up getting called for the travel there. Turnover Westview. Stats triggers it in on the far side. Comes to Miller. Looking right. Pulls it back out. Gets it to Russell. Passes it off to Raider. Back to Fear. 3-point attempt. No good. Rebound finally pulled out of there by Max Engel. Coming back the other way. Camden to Max. Back to Jethro. Brady off his shoulder, no good. Russell trying to go coast to coast. Too hard off the back of the iron, no good. Fears with the rebound, throws it to Rod Lance and Perry Kaufman over there. They were wide open. Westview brings it back the other way. Turnover Northwood. Camden to Max Engel. Max brings it back up center, looking for somebody to pass it to. It's Camden on the left wing. Camden looking inside, punches it into Owen Brill. Owen back out to Camden. Camden fakes. Brady across to Jethro. Inside to Max, back out to Jethro. Jethro fakes it, takes a step, takes a shot, no good. Knocked away, and Panthers pulled out there. Grant Miller quickly down on the right side. Up top, Raider across to Fear. Fear drives in, kicks it out to Stats. Stats drives the baseline, kicks it all the way across the bottom to Grant on the baseline. No good. Rebound by Raider, puts it up, no good. Brill rips it out of there this time. Hands it off to Camden. Camden brings it down the other way. Brill with the ball on the right side. Stats pokes it loose. Goes all the way the other way. Finishes, and Brill ends up fouling him on top of that. Stats with 8 points now, leading the way for the Panthers. And Owen Brill picks up his second foul, be the first for the second half. Stats missed both his free throws attempts in the first half. That one is nothing but net. 9 points for Stats. Brill with the ball on the left side. Brady Lehman down on the left wing. Pulls it back out to Camden. Jethro. It's Brady Lehman driving in hard. Trying to hit a cutting Max Engel to the basket, but they call a foul. They're going to call that on Keegan Stats, and that will be his first. First on the Panthers for the half. Camden triggered in on the left side of the Westview basket. Gets it to Brady Lehman. He gets the shot up. And the foul is going to be called. It's no good. Foul's called on Seth Russell, and that'll be his third. 2 on the Panthers now for the half. Brady Lehman takes his first trip to the line. 13 points for him tonight, 2 threes and 3 twos. And that one just a little hard off the back. Get a second try here. Westview, you have to score here in the third period. Second shot is good. Brady Lehman gets his first points from the free throw line tonight. 28-19, Westview up. Here's to Miller across the stats, down to Rader underneath the Fears, and Rader's going to take a 3-point shot and hits the strap. No good. Seth Russell had pulled down that rebound, but it hit the strap. Turnover. I don't believe they've hit any threes yet tonight. Watching the highlights from the varsity team, they've got several guys that can shoot the eyes out, do really well with three-pointers, but apparently that, at least so far tonight, they haven't shown that on the junior varsity team. All the way back the other way, Grant Miller lays it in. Grant with 5 points now, 21-28. Westview still with a 7-point lead, but having trouble scoring. Camden up top, Max Engel, the dangerous pass. Another one. The way they've been playing, they might pick those off. Stats, you better get going. Stats all over Brill. Grant Norwood comes in for Brady Lehman. As well as Jack Perkins comes back in for the Panthers. Grant Miller on the left side. Brings it up, looking. Perkins comes loose on the right elbow. Drives in, spins, kicks it back out. Grant drives hard. Looks like he might have traveled there, but he got away with it. Max Engel pulled down the rebound. Foul's going to be called after the shot on Jack Zerker. Picks up his second foul. That'll be 3 on the Panthers for the half. Just under 3 minutes to go here in the third period. Max Engel to Brill down on the far side. Drives in hard. Stat's going to be called for a foul. I think if he'd have just tapped it away, he'd have been fine. But when you come down on a shooter like that, they're going to call that a foul almost every time. Picks up his second, both here in the second half. That'll be the 4th on the Panthers. Owen Brill at the line to shoot 2. First shot, no good. Brill's made one free throw earlier. Second shot is good by Brill. 29-21 Westview. 2:46 to go here in the third period. Ball inside to Fears. Gets a cutting Rader inside. Russell pulls the rebound down, puts it back up and in. Russell with 6 points now. 29-23. Owen Brill drives inside, no good. Brandt's going to take a shot. It's a little short. Ball on the floor. We're going to call a jump ball, and I'm guessing that's going to go Westview's way since the Panthers had it to start the second half. Brady Lehman checks back in, comes in for Owen Brill. So if I'm not mistaken, maybe Jethro just came back in. I haven't called his name yet. Watch this half. Either that or he just hasn't gotten the ball. Brady Lehman with the ball up top. Grant Norwood clear to the left side to Max Engel. Camden Yoder up top. Dribbles it to the middle. Grant Miller just steals it from him. Reaches in, knocks it loose. Oh my goodness, I was going to say they have to call that a travel, don't they? Garrett Fear picks up a turnover there. Stutter stepped. 1:55 to go. 29-23. Westview still up. Working the ball, Jethro to Max. Max to Brandt. Brandt looking inside, gets Jethro underneath. Jethro gets his man in the air. Rader gets the ball to drop and gets fouled. So Rader will pick up his, I think that's his first foul, 5 on the Panthers now. Jethro, 10 points now for the evening and a chance to add a free throw. Push that lead back up to 8 and maybe 9. Second shot off the back of the rim, no good. Stats pulls it down for Northwood, comes back the other way. Behind the back dribble, all the way inside, can't quite get it off. Kick it out top to Rader. Rader drives inside, never did take the shot. I don't know, they might have called that a shooting foul if he'd have gone ahead and followed through, but the foul's going to be called on Max Engel. That'll be his third. And Westview's second for the second half. Owen Brill comes back and comes in for Max. Grant Miller will trigger it in on the left side for the Panthers. And Stats is going to be called for a charge. Jethro did a nice job standing there taking it. Stats made a nice strong move to the basket, but Jethro was waiting for him. So he picks up his third. Those are all 3 here in this third quarter, which could be a big blow for them. He's our leading scorer right now. Brant Norberg kicks it inside to Jethro. Jethro, nice spin move inside, puts it up and off the glass right over the top of Stats. So Jethro picks up another couple points, 33-23. Got it pushed back out to a double-digit lead. Nice give and go there by Jack Zerker. Couldn't get it to drop, but the foul is going to be called on Owen Brill. Owen Brill picks up his third. And that will put Zerker at the line to shoot a couple. First one's no good. A couple substitutions coming back in for the Panthers. We've got Garrett Fear and Kanye King. And we've got Christian Nord coming back in for Westview. Owen Brill getting a rest. Zerker shoots his second shot. This time he gets it to drop. His first points of the night. 33-24 Westview. Jethro Hostetler across to Noward. At the top. Brant Norberg underneath, or on the left side. Dribbles it. He's got nowhere to go. Gets it to Brady Lehman. Kicks it back out to Jethro and across to Camden. Northwood really playing aggressive underneath. Shot by Brady Lehman up, no good. Pulled out of there by Northwood. Long pass underneath. Shot up, no good. Christian Noward picks it up. Picked up the rebound, but threw it right to Kanye King, but King carried it out of bounds. Westview get the ball back. 31.8 seconds to go here in the third period. Westview up by 9, 33-24. Camden brings it across the timeline. Now to Hostetler on the far side. Looks like Westview's going to try for a last shot. They're playing out really far on them. We're going to have to find a way to make a little room here for those passes. Camden's looking on the left side. He really wants to go right. Finally does. Hits Jethro underneath. Brady Lehman looks like he was held underneath. Couldn't get the shot to go. 1.5 seconds to go. Put up by Fear. Off the backboard. No good. And we've got 3 quarters in the book. Westview up 33-24. It'll be Northwood ball again to start the final period here of the junior varsity contest. Westview outscored the Panthers 17-10 the first period. Both teams having a little more trouble scoring since then. Westview did still outscore them 10-6 in the second, but it was a tie in the third, 6-6. So Westview still hanging on to a 9-point lead going into the final 7 minutes of this junior varsity contest. Jack Perkins will be, sorry, not Perkins, Zerker will be triggering it in on the far side. Grant Miller brings it across the timeline, drives the right side. Shot put up inside, no good. Zerker pulls it down. Grant Miller takes a long three off the back of the iron, no good. Brill gets the rebound, back the other way. Postetler to Engel, hits Camden up top, across to Owen Brill. Skip pass all the way to Brady. Drives in hard, puts it up and in, and that foul's going to be called on Grant Miller. That'll be his first. Brady adds a couple to his totals for the night. Stats coming back in for Grant Miller. So, like I said, Grant Miller's first, but that is the seventh team foul for the Panthers for the half, so we'll be shooting the rest of the way. Rebound a little hard off the back of the rim. Fears pulls it down for the Panthers. Tried to save it, Jethro did, couldn't get it. Zerker takes the shot, no good. Kanye King all the way around, couldn't get it to go. Tipped out of there by Zerker. Fears has it, takes it back up top. Stats now to Rader on the right side, looking inside, drives to the middle, kicks it off to Zerker, across to Fears. Inside to King. King releases it to Stats on the far side, kicks it back out. Zerker's going to take a two-point shot. He gets it to drop. He was just on the line. 26-35. Still with a 9-point lead. Westview working around the top. Northwood back into a 2-1-2 zone, it looks like. And that time they knocked it loose. And as they're trying to come back the other way, a foul's going to be called maybe on Brady Lehman. And that'll be his first. And it'll be 4 on Westview for the half. Zerker triggers it into Stats. Quickly down to Rader. Rader drives the baseline, puts up a floater. No good. Tries to knock it loose. Kanye King with 2 rebounds. Finally got the second shot attempt to drop. 28-35. Westview still up by 7. Ball inside to Brady Lehman. Saves it. Jethro weaving. Gets it out to Max Engel. Back to Camden. Over to Brill. Brill back up top to Brady Lehman. Inside to Camden. Back out to Lehman. They had the bigger guy outside and the smaller guy inside. Max Engel over to the left side to Brill. Kicks it inside to Brady Lehman, and Kanye King is going to be called for a reach over the top, and that's going to put Brady Lehman at the line. And with 4:45 to go here, these free throws are going to get sort of important here. That's the second on Kanye. Brady Lehman's second trip to the line. Well, he was there for a 2-shot foul earlier, made one of them. And it's off the back of the iron again, no good. And I think they're going to call Brill over the top. That was called on Owen Brill. That's his 4th. 5 on Westview now for the half. Ball kicked down to Fears. Looking inside, trying to get Kanye open. Give and go. Kanye kicks it out. 3-point shot, nothing but nothing. Lost it. Ball goes out of bounds. Westview touched it last, so they'll be triggering it in underneath their own basket. That ball's going to be thrown in by Stats. Kanye King is getting all kinds of rebounds, but he's having a little trouble scoring. One official called a timeout, the other is calling a travel, so there's going to be a conference to see which takes precedence. So still discussing it. I'm not quite sure what we don't have the rules official on board here to help us out with this, but so one official called a timeout, one called a travel, and it looks to me like they're going to call the travel. Kenton Weaver not overly happy with that call, but he does still want the timeout. So Westview's going to take a 30-second timeout. Back to action here at Westview. Northwood triggering it in on the left side, gets it out to Kanye King across the Stats on the right side. 3-point attempt by Raider, no good. I think I would let them shoot those threes. They haven't hit any yet tonight. So certainly playing aggressive on defense now, so that the key here would be to try to get him to foul. Max Engel with the ball out top. Dribbles it down, pulls it back out. Jethro Hostetler. Zerker on him. Spins inside, forces it up, no good, but Zerker's going to be called for that foul. And that'll be Zerker's third. And should put Jethro at the line to shoot a couple. So Jethro, 18 points so far tonight. Chance to add to that total. Westview still up, as we said, by 7, 35-28. First shot, nothing but net. 19 for Jethro. Chance to push it back out to a 9-point lead if you can hit this one. And it's off the back of the rim, no good. Stats pulls it down and quickly back the other way. Kicks it out to Zerker. All kinds of stutter steps, but maybe he kept one set. Fears puts up a three off the back of the iron, no good. Engel gets the ball, hands it off to Camden Yoder, into Jethro Hostetler. It's Owen Brill, he drives out strong, puts it up, no good. Rebound pulled out of there by Fears. Stats has it on the far side. Coming down, drives hard all the way in, can't get it. Kanye King just knocks it loose. Fears gets it. Or Raider rather. Kanye King with a rebound again, and he throws it away. King needs to just settle down a little bit. He's big enough there. He can take his time and throw that ball back out, but he looked like he rushed it trying to poke it loose. So Zerker takes a seat. Grant Miller back in for the Panthers. Camden Yoder across the timeline. So Northwood still in a zone. Camden has it up top. Max Engel with it on the left side. Yoder, Lehman, and throwing it away. Owen Raider goes to the other end, makes a layup. So Raider with his first 2 points of the night makes it 30-36. 2:34 to go here in the game. Camden with the ball on the left side. Wants to throw it inside. Back out to Camden. He takes a three and hits the strap on that end. So we'll go back the other way. 2:22 to go. 30-36. Westview hanging on to a 6-point lead. That's about as small as the lead's been in a long time. We got Raider bringing the ball down this time. Looking to Fears in the corner, then to Stats up top. Drives right around Jethro, puts it up. Can't get it to go. Kanye's in there. Just knocked. No, they're going to call it no good, saying he went over the top. I don't know. I think he's tall enough. He might not be touching anybody, but he might have pushed a little bit. In any case, Kanye gets called for that foul, picks up his third, and that was huge. So the officials explaining that he was reaching forward, reaching in to to get that position. So since it is an offensive foul, though, even though it's the 10th team foul, there won't be any shots. Some conversation. Oh, it's not a shooting foul, so they're trying to decide if it is 1-and-1. So it's actually a 2-shot foul. Okay, so if he'd have had the ball and committed the offensive foul, there would not have been any free throws. But since it was on the fight for a rebound, it does count as a potential shooting foul. And since that was the 10th team foul, that means Brady Lehman will be at the other end shooting 2. So big turn of events, especially if Brady could happen to hit these. Gets the first one. So Brady Lehman with 15 points now. 37-30 Westview. Second shot up and good as well. 38-30. Coming back the other way. Raider lets it go as far as he can, trying to conserve what clock he can. Just over 2 minutes to go in the game. Stats with the ball, drives hard, throws it up and no good. Looks like he's become their go-to man. They're just going to have him drive and try to make something happen. Foul's going to be called on Jethro Hostetler, his first. That's the 6th team foul. Of course, he'll be shooting 2 because he was in the act of shooting. And they'll be also shooting free throws the rest of the way. Stats gets that one to drop. Has another one coming. 31-38. Westview still up by 7. 1:58 to go here in the fourth quarter. Second shot good as well. And looks like Northwood's going to want to talk things over. We'll be back with the rest of the game shortly. Back at Westview High School, 1:58 to go. Westview with a 6-point lead, 38-32. Triggering it in, needing to go full length of the floor. Into Camden Yoder quickly. Back to Owen Brill. Brings it up. Back to Camden Yoder. He's going to cross the timeline. Grant Miller. He's going to have to get rid of it. It's going to be a 5-second call. Couldn't quite ever get in position to get the play going the way they needed to. Nobody came up to help him. The turnover, Westview. Stats triggers it in to Fear. I'm sorry, to Raider. Raider brings it over the right side. Yeah, so they're going to get it to Stats. He's just going to drive, spins inside, kicks it out to Fear. Fear puts up a 3, no good. Kenye with the rebound, no good. Jethro Hostetler gets that rebound. Stats all over him. All right, they're playing really aggressive on defense. We're going to have to, if we could use that to our advantage, and when they overplay, try to hit somebody. Max Engel with the ball, back to Yoder. Yoder to Lehman. Lehman back to Yoder. Up top, 1 minute to go. Max Engel has the ball. Gets it over to Yoder. Yoder back to Jethro Hostetler, clear up top. Westview trying to kill the clock. Grant Miller all over him. Back to Grant. I just started Camden Yoder. And now foul by Fear on Max Engel, so that'll put Max at the line. That's only the second on Fear, but we're in the double bonus situation, so Max will shoot 2. Max, no points yet this evening. Hopefully he'll change that now. Calmly swishes the first one. Pushes it back out to a 3-possession game. 39-32. Second shot also, nope, off the back of the rim. Kanye King gets the rebound quickly the other way. Grant Miller bringing down the right side. Guessing Stats is going to be setting up shortly. Kanye lost the ball, put it back up, put it up and in. 6 points for Kanye. Had to stop the clock because the ball rolled loose. 34-39, Westview up by 5. Grant Miller called for a foul, does it immediately to stop the clock. That's only going to be a second. Jethro Hostetler aligned to shoot 2. And yeah, as time goes on, these free throws become more and more important. 5-point lead, 23.5 seconds to go. Jethro Hostetler at line, shoot 2. First one is good. 40-34. And he'll have a second here. Second shot by Jethro is good as well. Back out to a 3-possession game. Letting the ball roll as far as he can. Grant Miller picks it up. Looking for Stats up top, I'm thinking. Throws it deep in the corner to Fear. Fear spins, drives out, kicks it out to Rader. Rader takes a 3 off the side of the iron, no good. Brady Lehman pulled out a big rebound. I think they're going to call Stats for that foul. No, they're going to call it Kanye King. That'll be his 4th. It would have been the 4th either way. And that'll put Brady Lehman at the line to shoot 2. Brady with 17 points so far this evening. That one's good. 42-34 pushes it back out to 8 points. If we can hit this one, it'll be 9.4 seconds to go. And that shot all over the place, but no good. Stats brings it down quickly the other way. Just don't foul is what I'd say. Let him make the layup if he wants to. Stats gets it, throws it into Jethro Hostetler. He's going to hold it. Final score 42-36. Take a quick look at scoring here, and then we'll end this broadcast and be ready to go with the varsity contest just shortly. You'll need to log out and back in. That will be available both on IHSAA TV and as well as LaGwanamedia.com. So tonight's leading scorer for Westview, Jethro Hostetler, had 18, 19, 20, 21 points. Brady Lehman, 14 and added 3, 17 points. 10 points for Owen Brill, 1 point for Christian Noward, and I think that's all I've got. So Westview JV goes to 2-1 for the year, and we'll be back with Westview Warrior varsity action here in just a moment on LaGwanamedia.com. So Good evening. Dan Byler and Jamie Miller here to provide LaGwana media coverage on some high school hardwood hoops action, Warrior style. The Panthers of Northwood are encroaching on Warrior territory this evening in Emmatown as they look to move their season record to 4-0. At the same time, the Warriors will be doing their best to use their home court advantage and move on to a 3-0 start. Westview has knocked off Bethany and Churubusco by an average of 40 points, with both games finishing out with a running clock as part of the new mercy rule implemented by the IHSAA. Meanwhile, Northwood has vanquished Lakeland by 47, Fort Wayne Concordia by 20, and Triton by 26 for an average winning margin of 31 points. The Panthers are tall. Their entire starting lineup is 6'2" or taller. They're quick, and they love to shoot the long ball. The Warriors are averaging 8 3 balls a game as well. This should be an exciting matchup this evening, as one of these two teams will extend their undefeated record, and the other will have to have their first loss of the season to use as a teaching point moving forward. Tonight's game sponsor is Weaver Furniture Sales, with 2 locations in Shipshewana, south of US 20 on County Road 75 North, and in the Davis Mercantile on Main Street in downtown Shipshewana. Our halftime sponsor is Lehman Insurance and Financial Group. Their passion is protecting yours, located on Lehman Drive in Topeka. This evening's game is also brought to you by Dale's Dependable Handyman Service. Call Dale at 260-463-3970. By Yoder Crossroads, located on the southwest corner of State Road 5 and US 20, south of Shipshewana. Also by Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street in Topeka. Stutzman Power Equipment on US 20 West in Shipshewana. By Height Auto Body, US 20 West in LaGrange. By Freedom Finish Works in Topeka. Also by Dry Forest Wood Products on County Road 675 in Shipshewana. By LaGwana, your local creative services provider. By Animal Care Clinic of Topeka, located right across from the Topeka Sale Barn on East Lake Street, Topeka. Also, avail portable toilet and sink rentals, daily, weekly, or monthly rentals. By Dutch Blessing Floral and Gifts, located on Taylor Drive in Shipshewana, and by Jerry Standard Service in Middlebury. Tonight's game is a presentation of LaGwana Media and the IHSAA Champions Network. We'll take a quick break here, and with a slight change of plans here, Jeremy, would you please go ahead? We'll run the interview we had with Coach Yoder right after this opening commercial break.
This is Jamie Miller in the Westview.
Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana invites you to visit their expanded showroom, filled with a complete line of solid hardwood, custom-made furniture for your entire home. You'll also find a wide selection of recliners, couches, chairs, and many more home furnishings to suit anyone's taste. Weaver Furniture, located just south of US Highway 20 on County Road 75 North. Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana, family-owned and operated since 1989.
This is Jamie Miller in the Westview locker room with Coach Rob Yoder before the game against Northwood. And Coach, you kind of took over this operation in late summer, and maybe describe a little bit how your guys have grown, some of the ways they've improved since that time, and what you've really tried to emphasize.
Well, I just think since we were so inexperienced with only really Mason and Brady that had a lot of minutes on the varsity, we tried to get real simple and just see if we could perform the basic fundamentals in a habit where we would do them right all the time. And we needed to learn to play hard and compete well, and just on both ends of the floor there were just a lot of fundamentals that need to become habits. And you got to start with just effort and how hard you're willing to play and being a great teammate. Then you can get into the X's and O's things, and when you really start breaking it down, if you haven't been through some of that stuff, there's a lot to learn. And so our kids are trying as hard as any group we've had, and we are a little inexperienced, but as hard as they're working, we feel like we have a chance to grow and become a better team as the season goes on.
So the schedule makers gave you a little break at the beginning of the year here. You started out with Bethany, Churubusco, and you got to the mercy rule, I guess, on both of them. Tonight's a little bit different story. We play an experienced, talented Northwood team. Talk about them a little bit and what we should look for from them.
Well, I think that they're obviously a 3A school, and they won the 3A regional, and a basket was taken away that was made, and they give them the foul and the ball out of bounds. But the kid made a layup with basically 1 second or no time on the clock, and a referee came in. Then when they watched it, the kid never got touched. So if that basket goes, which after you look at it, it should have counted, they win the regional. And they bring almost every player back from that, not just for this year, but for next year as well. I think that they are one of the most talented teams in northern Indiana. I really believe that. They're going to start a 6'5", Ian Roush, who is a tremendous player, and 4 6'2" players after that. They'll at the 4-minute mark, they'll bring 3 new guys in, take 3 out, and those 3 are as good, and some nights they might be better than the 3 that went out. Wow. So they are a deep team with experience. They are talented. They look the part. They play well. They play well together. And so I think they got 4 kids in that program right now that are going to go to school for nothing. So they are a talented group that will test us on both ends of the floor, which this whole thing is about growth, right? When nobody is trying to be their best in November or the first part of December. We want to win every single game we play, but we're looking at big picture. March, we want to be our best. And if you're winning by 30 and 40, you can't get better. It's hard to get better. So we need games like this. And we've never shied away from picking up schools that are bigger than us and playing them wherever. Luckily, Northwood is a good opponent that's on our schedule every year, and we're thankful for that. And we're anxious to see how our kids are going to perform tonight, and if, what we do well, and we can go back to work on the stuff and watch it on film and see where we do things wrong and where we do things right, and hopefully get better from it. And whether we play our best game of the year or the worst game of the year or somewhere in between, we want to get better from it, because you don't always get to play teams of this quality.
Yeah, and so what specifically are you really looking for your team to do tonight? I mean, obviously they have a lot of talented players. Sounds like they go about 8 deep at least. What do you want to see out of your guys tonight mostly?
Well, I think this will be the most extensive scouting report that all of these players have been in, except maybe 2 from 2 years ago. And so we want to see how good we can perform the tasks that we believe will make us successful. It's one thing to know them, and that's a start to learning how to play this game right. But now we got to go out there and perform them. And so for some of these guys, it's going to be the first time, because Bethany had not had any games before we played, and Busco's only game before we played got canceled, so they hadn't had any. Right. So we had a scouting report, but it was a lot less than what we got today. Now we got specific players and specific shots that we'll accept and shots that we will not accept them taking. We know we can't stop anybody from shooting, but we really want to encourage the right shots to be taken, and not the ones that we think they're going to make 70% of the time. So this is a tremendous learning experience for our kids right here. There is no question about it, just because a lot of them have never been in this environment with that task at hand, and we're going to see how they perform. We're going to learn from it.
We all will watch with anticipation tonight. Now, we know you'll have them ready, but it'll be a good test to see where you're at. So thank you. Good luck tonight, and we'll be back to Westview High School right after this. Welcome back to Westview High School tonight, as we're about 7.5 minutes away from getting this starting lineups out there tonight. And Dan, I think you heard Rob get enough of a report there that we're going to see one of the best teams in the state here tonight, and we'll see Westview.
Yeah.
So, we've played really well. We've played, I guess if you want to, hindsight, we've played a couple of layup games to get to this point. Northwood has played a little bit better competition. They beat Concordia who doesn't have a great record, but they beat Triton, who is 3-1 now after playing Northwood. But as you said, they still have an average of a 31-point margin of victory.
Of course, a lot of that came from their first game of the year when they beat Lakeland by 47. So
that definitely helps.
But it's I had a chance to go to Max Preps, and I love what they've done there, where they have all the game highlights for the teams. I don't know if they do everybody, but they had all 3 of Northwood's games. And it's a little daunting to watch that, because all they showed was the 3-point shots and the block shots and the steals and the dunks and and the full court shot that one of the kids made during the Fort Wayne game. They inbounded it. He was 4 feet inside the court, and he turned and shot it clear to the other end and hit it.
Wow. So. Yeah. Well, I was watching their players as they warm up, and their 3-point shots are not flukes. I mean, they have dead eyes out there, several of them. 4 or 5. Really, what I watched on tape, they all shoot threes.
Yeah, and they're very comfortable out there. You leave them open, they're going to take it, and they won't necessarily just shoot from the line. They're going to back up a little bit and still be willing to take that shot.
And why that's difficult is you got to extend out on them, which opens up driving lanes, which and also if they do miss, it leads to longer rebounds, which are harder to rebound, and so. You're already going against guys that are bigger and stronger at nearly every position. And so you add in the skill level, and it makes for a challenge, but it'll be fun.
Yeah, it certainly won't be like it has been the last couple games, but it should be a lot of fun to watch.
Well, as I look at our schedule, we started off, Bethany is 2-2, but their 2 wins are against Clinton Christian and Lakewood Park. So nobody on our schedule. And then Cherubusco's 0-2. After Northwood, our next 3 opponents are a combined 1-11 right now.
Well, I mean, if you look at it, so we got Hamilton, and so even Angola's not doing well, huh?
No, they're 0-4, maybe 1-3. No, I think 0-3.
And Lakeland, the only thing I'd seen is that they're thrashing by Northwood of Lakeland.
Yeah, they're 0-4.
So.
They're 0-4. So. And then we have Central Noble. I think the whole goal of the coaching staff, the whole goal of the team is, obviously you want to win sectional. To win sectional this year, you're going to have to beat Central Noble.
Well, and there's a good chance we'll play Central Noble 3 times. They've released the NECC tournament. Now, fortunately, the way it came out, we won't meet them until the final game if we can make it that far. I'm pretty sure they will.
Right. We play. Who did we play first? Garrett.
Yeah, we play Garrett, and then...
Oh, no, we have a bye. We play the winner of Garrett and Hamilton, I believe. And then we would potentially play Eastside in the next semifinals. And then, like you say, probably Central Noble. So, we play them on New Year's Eve. And then a couple weeks later, potentially we'll play them again if we get that far. And then, of course, sectional.
Yeah.
They're always lurking.
And really, that last one is the really important one. I mean... Obviously, always want to make a run at the state level, and when you got a team like that in your sectional, it's gonna be a challenge.
Well, it just adds to yet another year where our sectional is one of the toughest in the whole state for 2A, and so that's why we need these games like tonight.
Yeah.
You're really going to get better if you're going against the best. And like Coach said, they should have won the regional last year. Who knows what they could have done after that.
Right.
And they bring everybody back. Think about the teams we've had that have won regionals, and you bring everybody back. I mean, you just can tell when they run out on the floor, they're confident, they're smooth, they're a team. And they just have it all: athleticism, size, and skill. So it'll be a fun matchup tonight.
So earlier this evening, the junior varsity contest, Westview picked up their 2nd win of the season. I was a little surprised, but then I heard that one of their key players, what is he, 6'7", I don't remember, Roush, was injured, not playing tonight. He's listed on the JV and the varsity, but they really struggled out there. They didn't hit a 3 the whole night, the junior varsity didn't. They took quite a few of them. But we ended up winning 42-34. And
at times it looked like they had a lid on their basket with layups. They miss an unbelievable amount of layups and short shots in the lane.
Right. So most of our scoring tonight was done by, we've got a couple of guys that are splitting time between junior varsity and varsity. Jethro Hostetler was one of those. He had 21 points, and Brady Lehman the other. He had 17. So between them, they scored 38 of our 42 points. So.
Wow. Well, that's a great win.
Well, yeah, and I think it's great that those guys are doing that, because we need them to get the experience, and they haven't got a whole lot of playing time on the varsity level. So I'd rather see them playing junior varsity and getting experience, or getting playing time, even if it's not quite as tough a opponent, than just sitting on the bench.
Right, and a JV game against Northwood is like a high school game against certain other teams. So
yeah, it could be. Yeah.
You know, with the body sizes and everything that they had out there. So, yeah, that's a good win, regardless of how, you know, we don't know how Northwood did otherwise, but they're 6'7", Tyler Rosh. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Or Roush, I think.
Rosh is what the I asked a fan
okay.
over here from
Okay.
Northwood. That's how you're supposed to pronounce it. So it'll probably get pronounced multiple ways tonight, but they're good. Just know that he likes to dunk and shoot threes. So
and block shots from what I saw. So,
yes, I saw many block shots too.
So why don't we take a quick break here? With about a minute to go. Take a 1-minute timeout, and we'll come back and get ready for the start of the varsity contest. This is LaGwanamedia.com.
Dry Forest Wood Products in Shipshewana offers high-quality lumber drying with their vacuum kiln drying process. At Dry Forest, we believe in valuing the life of a tree by respecting its integrity and enjoying its natural beauty. Dry Forest Wood Products with over 40 years of lumber drying experience. Located at 4325 North, 675 West in Shipshewana. Call 260-768-7714.
Tonight's national anthem was performed by a student here at Westview, Zach Miller. Nice job tonight for that, Zach.
So we got, well, they just shut the clock off, so we are ready for our starting lineups tonight. As we mentioned earlier, Northwood goes at least 8 deep. They routinely sub 3 guys in after a few minutes. So they are going to be starting tonight. Number 2, Ian Rosh, one of the Rosh brothers we talked about earlier, 6'5" and a junior. Number 3, Cade Brenner, who's probably maybe all around their best player. Number 4, one of the 2 seniors on the team, 6'2", Chaz Yoder. Also, 6'2" senior Cooper Weens. And finally, rounding out this lineup is 6'2", Brock Bontrager. So they got a 6'5". They're not huge, but they're good sized all the way around. So for Westview tonight, we're going to start the same way that we have been starting. First off is number 11, Brady Yoder, 5'10" junior, who finished last game with 15 points. Beside him is his cousin Mason Yoder, number 13, 6'2" senior. He led us with 31 points against Cherubusco. Wiley Minix, number 15, 6-foot sophomore, starting at one guard spot, or forward, I guess, if you want to call it that. Braden Aish, number 35, another 6'2" junior, starts beside him. And rounding out the lineup tonight is the big guy in the middle, 6'4", number 55, Bucky Lehman. So we match up pretty well size-wise at most positions. Some of our guard positions are a little smaller, a little thinner. But I think it'll be exciting to see how they respond to this environment. It's really the best environment they've had really in almost 2 years. If you count, last year didn't really have fans until the end of the year. And then, these first 2 games have started off with small crowds and opponents that were just overmatched. So tonight we're going to have to play really well as a team and individually on both ends of the floor to have a chance at victory. So They'll lace them up and get going. So some interesting stats. Since 1993, Westview has faced Northwood 28 times. We've won 8 and lost 20 of them. And ironically, though, we've won 3 out of the last 4.
Okay, yeah.
So,
well, we had a pretty good team here a couple years ago.
Two of them were on the road. So I think we've won 4 away and 4 at home against Northwood since that time. So Northwood goes on the attack on the offensive end. Brenner with a long 3, got it. And that's what we're talking about. Actually, that was not Brenner, that was Chaz Yoder, number 4. Some of them look about the same, and they're going to a full court man-to-man pressure here just to try to make things a little difficult for us. Mason's going to start with the ball up top. Westview doesn't necessarily have a true point guard this year, so they just kind of take turns running the different plays and bringing the ball up. But Mason's athleticism, you like to have him at the ball at the top.
And they're going to be swatting at the ball all the time.
Yeah, you saw in the JV game, they really shoot the passing lanes well and try to get steals. So, but when you go for steals and don't get them, you can get layups. So really nice first possession by Westview to work the ball and adjust to the pressure and get a layup out of it. Can't ask for better than that. Now the ball over in the corner. Weens penetrates, clicks it out, and another 3 by Chaz Yoder, a 6'2" senior, so he's 2 for 2, 6 points.
Yeah, during the junior varsity contest, we couldn't quite ever take advantage of them overplaying us like that, but I think with a little more experience here, if they do that to us on the varsity level, we might get some of those easy.
I think the referees are going to call some of these players together and try to tone things down a little bit. As you might expect, everybody's fired up early in the game, and a lot of jostling and grabbing and holding, and we don't want to see a foul-plagued contest here tonight.
Right.
Mason with the ball now. Man-to-man pressure, so the best thing is get it in and get out of the way and let one guy bring it up. Brady with it up top. Pick and roll inside. Beautiful pass inside to Bucky for the layup, and both teams have scored on both possessions. The only difference is they hit 3s and we're hitting 2s. And 20 lets her fly. He misses, and we got the rebound. See, that was Weens with the shot.
Weens, yeah.
Brady dribbling around, probing the top. Gets it slapped away from him, and he kind of got caught there in no man's land without a dribble, and that's not a recipe for success very often. It's a good defensive team. Rosh with the drive in the corner to Yoder.
Senior night, holy cow.
And he hits another one. Mason with the drive, the spin in the lane, and so neither team has missed yet tonight. Well, no, Northwood missed on the last possession.
Yeah,
but
they're going to be willing to trade 3s for 2s if we want to do that all
night.
Yeah,
it gets away kind of quick. That happened. Here's Weens with one in the corner. He missed his second shot of the night. And Brady with the rebound brings it up court. So as Coach said, they're going to get shots. What we want to make them do is shoot what we want them to shoot. I don't think a wide open shot in the corner is necessarily what we want to give them. But I think we would probably rather give up contested 3s than layups. Minix with the shot from the corner, and he shows Northwood they're not the only ones that can hit 3s tonight.
Tied it right up.
That's really neat to see a young kid like that coming out and not be afraid of the moment and just drill it. Northwood works it around now, over to Brenner. Up top to Yoder again, and he finally missed, and they got the rebound out of it. And we're going to get a blocking foul and a good basket by Northwood. Bucky tried to take the charge there, but he kind of leaned into him when he did that. And Weens is going to go to the line to try to complete the three-point play. So I guess there's some kind of rule. They got to get 3 every time down the court, one way or another.
So this is what Coach had talked about. So we have Ethan Wolf, a sophomore, checking in. Let's see, J.J. Payne, a 6'4" junior. And who else came in? They had 3, didn't they?
Oh,
one's waiting for the shooter. Nitro Tuggle.
Yeah, Nitro Tuggle.
I hope it's okay we call him Nitro. I was told by some parents here that that's what they call him.
Nitarian is his a given name, but Nitro is easier to say and it sounds cooler. We're going to have to set up a little bit of a press break. They're really doubling Mason on that inbounds, and it's hard to juke two guys within 6 feet of the ball. So set a screen, get somebody open, and clear out. That's the best way to do it. So handle the ball, don't give them easy shots, make them hit their shots. So far we've made them hit them at least. They're hitting them, but we're not giving them layups and dunks on the other end from turnovers. Here's Brady with the ball now, drives in, gets cut off, back out to Mason at the top. Good ball movement. We're reversing it side to side, at least making Northwood work and making them cover the whole floor. Bucky with it out top. It'd be interesting to see if Coach sticks with the big lineup with Bucky in there or if he brings in another guard here. But right now we're doing pretty well on both ends of the floor.
Yeah,
so.
Often Bucky's the first one out, but not tonight.
Yep, and there's the turnover that we don't want to have. So we had Wade Springer into the game for, see, who did he come in for? Wiley? Yeah.
Yeah, for Minix.
Springer really moves his feet well and does a nice job in staying in front of the guy he's guarding. So
beautiful move by Mason. I think he knew what he was going to do.
Yeah, well,
and he juked one way, and Mason stepped the other way. If he'd have kept going, he'd have been right by him.
And that could be something that comes from a scouting report. He talked about an extensive scouting report and some tendencies from certain players. And number 32, J.J. Payne, went flying in, and he had such momentum, he landed on the end line when he grabbed the rebound. So
we didn't get the shot, but we get the ball back and try it again.
Brady went in there a little out of control that time, and it didn't get it very close. But he's got to be aggressive, and I like him taking the shot. And Brady lost it again and got it back. Nice back screen there by Bucky, but couldn't take advantage of it. I'd like to see Braden get loose here for a basket, kind of get him into the game a little bit. Brady with it up top. Good cutting by Westview. We're moving the ball well. We're cutting. We're making them work. Mason with the shot in the lane. Got it.
A lot of banging going on in there.
Ethan Wolf with the ball, passes and cut. They really pass and cut well. They know their spots. Their spacing is really good. Rosh with the ball now, drives in the corner to Nitro with the shot, and he got it. That was just a two-pointer.
Oh, so he was just inside.
He needs to know they got to back up. They don't get twos at Northwood, evidently. But we were mentioning all of them can shoot, all of them can drive, and that's what they're showing so far. So that was a little contact right there, but no call on the foul. Rosh with a steal in the layup. And there they got Rosh with the holding foul. They're really, Northwood's one of those teams that they're going to hold until the refs tell them.
Actually, they called it on Wolf, I think, didn't they?
Yeah, they did call on him. Okay, you didn't see him.
Okay, so now we're going with the shorter lineup. Bucky comes out.
One thing that foul did is it eliminated the ability to run the baseline.
Oh, that's true.
So it was a little tougher getting that in. Mason with the ball now, bringing it across center court. Looks like we're setting up a play right here to try to get a little structure to the offense. And that's a pretty good play call right there. Just give it to Mason, let him jump over everybody.
Yeah, go as far as you can. Once you're stopped, go ahead and jump over him. Take the shot.
Nitro in the corner for three. He got it.
That time he did back up far enough.
Yeah, what's that, 4 threes already for Northwood?
Yes, it is.
But we're hanging in there, only down 6. You wouldn't think they could hit at that rate the entire game, but, you know, our defense, it might pay off to go out a little further. Well, Springer with it up top, over in the corner to Braden. Brady for a 3. He got it.
Oh, my goodness, he barely caught that ball.
Yeah, he's got a really quick release, and he's aggressive, and we certainly need him tonight. Really entertaining game here in the first quarter.
Brady did a nice job staying in front of him there.
Yeah, Brady was our leader last year on charges taken, so we know he's good at getting his feet in the way and his body. Nitro with it out top. kind of looks like a forward, but he got the ball. Brenner now with the shot, and he hits. Number 3, Cade Brenner with his first basket of the night. Nice little pull up from 15. They kind of look like they're just in their backyard shooting out there right now.
Yeah.
So they run their offense so well that they get open shots. Inside now to Braden. No basket. They don't want to count the shot anyhow, but we'll be taking that out of bounds. Good cut that time by Braden. And Braden hit him on there. And
so it's called on Ian Roush, his second.
Well, I guess if we can pick them off with fouls, that won't hurt anything. Well, 3 more come in.
I think it's the same 3 came back in that had gone out earlier. So we're back, well, not quite the starting lineup because, maybe we are.
They are really handsy out there. They are holding and grabbing on everything.
Just got to get rid of it. It's going to be a 5.
Yeah, that's a bad spot to pick it up. And he knew that, but you don't want to. I'm guessing we'll probably go for one shot here if we can. 23 seconds left in the quarter. Coach hollering for a certain play call, but holding it passively against Northwood's tough.
Yeah, these sophomores out here, they're getting their first experience of.
They kind of wide-eyed a little bit, aren't they?
Minix and Springer sort of like, whoa, what is this? Oh, he's counting them.
Mason with a baseline shot, no good. Long shot is not very far from being in. You mentioned they like those long shots. So we are done with one quarter. Very entertaining, fast-paced, good shooting, well-played first quarter. Westview leads 21-16. Excuse me, Northwood leads 21-16. We'll be back right after this.
Freedom Finish Works in Topeka specializes in both steel and aluminum. Their 40,000 square foot custom powder coat facility has the flexibility to run everything from one-piece custom orders to full production quantities. They also have the unique capabilities of powder coat, blast coat, as well as other highly durable coatings. They are your local source for powder coating. Freedom Finish Works in Topeka. Call 260-593-0204.
Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street, Topeka. Mouth-watering home-cooked goodness, all in a friendly down-home atmosphere among friends and neighbors. Different daily specials, all-you-can-eat fish twice a week, scrumptious buffets featuring our fried chicken, and then finish it off with a slice of fresh-baked pie. Eat in our large dining room or carry out at 260-593-2988, and now offering delivery within 10 miles of Topeka.
All right, back at Westview, where Westview is going to be inbounding the ball. Yeah, I don't think we had any jump balls in that first quarter.
No.
So Westview shot pretty well that quarter, but we're still down 5 because Northwood shot a little better and from a little further back. Was they had 5 threes or 4 threes?
4 threes. They were 4 of 7. We were 2 for 2, according to my stats.
Okay.
And
well, you wouldn't expect both teams to keep shooting like this, but.
So Mason went down, and they're going to call a hold on Northwood. They're going to be calling it on Weems, his first, team's 4th.
Yeah, they're going to keep getting called on. I mean, they got their hands on, and that's just how they play. They're physical, and you got to be able to adjust to it. Here, Mason's going to take the ball out instead of Springer.
Somebody taller, maybe, throw it in.
I'm not sure. The play's run for him. Yeah, they're posting him up in there. Brady lost control. Minix has it now out front. Yeah, we're going to a little bit different lineup here. Brady with the ball, double teamed, no dribble. Back out to Springer to Minix. And Wiley will get her started. You notice every time we start a drive, they got a hand on our shorts.
One hand on your shorts and the other hand reaching around you trying to poke the ball loose or reaching around behind you. I mean, on the highlights, I saw a lot of that. They're really quick hands. They're poking around there, trying to knock it loose.
And they can play that hard because they sub so much. You know?
Right.
They do get tired. They'll bring somebody in. Brady throwing the ball in. Just too late. 5 seconds. About 5.5 is what we needed there. But
yeah, Bucky finally got open. He lobbed it inside. He would have had an easy. Well, he would have. He was right under the bucket. Yeah. I don't know if it would have been easy.
Nothing easy tonight, but you're right. As close as you want to be, but. Yeah. Those are the kind of turnovers that it hurts you because we're shooting well, we're playing well, but that doesn't give us a shot to score. So Brady up now, Taggart in front of Brenner, staying in front of him. Good defense that time. And I think that's one of those contested shots Coach is talking about. they took a shot, but we made them take a tough one, and that's exactly what we want to try to give them. Mason now goes to the basket, and he gets clobbered on the way. I don't know if they called that on Brenner.
Well, Brenner's the one that had his hand on the ball, but it might have been before that. Yeah, they called it further back on Brock Bontrager, 6'2" junior, his first. So this will be our first trip to the line this evening. Of course, they've only shot one. That was on the finish of a three-point play.
From Nitro. Yeah, Mason with the first one is good. So 21-17 now. Mason now up to 9 points on the night already. And hits the second one as well. 2 perfect switches, and Westview within 1 possession now as we're down by 3, and Northwood's about ready to sub in 3 more.
Ready to do another line change.
That's right. Out top to Chaz. Good cut inside, or a good drop that time by Wade Springer on defense. That's something we drill constantly, is when that ball goes opposite, the opposite high guard has to drop down there and cut off that passing lane. He got there just in time.
Well, yeah, without that, there would have been a layup.
Yep. Northwood looks now to inbound it. Nitro with it up top. To Weems, to Wolf, and then over, I can't even see who that guy is, but Bontrager. Back to Weems. Wolf way out top, and he hits the 5th three for Northwood, and he's probably, I don't have the percentages in front of me, but just some informal information I have, probably one of their best shooters. So Mason drives down the lane, nothing short. Bucky with a big rebound and up and in. And Coach Aaron Wolf did not like that offensive rebound, and he's going to call a timeout. So Westview with a 4-point deficit. I think we got just a full timeout. It looks like 30-second timeout. So we'll keep it here, but we saw down there, Wolf, he was what, 4 feet, 5 feet behind the line that time?
Springer was out there on him, but he wasn't
quite far enough, and that's really the difference. You know, one, you got the inexperience there. 2, we've played 2 opponents where they're not going to shoot it from there, or if they are, they're not going to likely make it.
Right.
And so it's adjusting to the skill level of a new team. And I think we're doing pretty good overall. You know, 24-20 with a massive level in upgrading competition, and we're hanging in there.
And when a team's shooting 63% from three-point range, which is where they're at after making that one, it's hard to beat that. Yeah.
Looks like a backdoor play right here. And that's a play you see all the time that we shouldn't have fell for, but we did. So, like Coach said, we'll have some learning experiences. And Mason with the ball, bringing it up. Kind of reminds me almost of when what's his name? Hales used to bring the ball up against pressure all by himself. So that's kind of what they're having Mason doing.
That time, Wolf almost knocked it loose again.
Well, Mason's a high-energy player, and he's going to need every bit of it tonight because he's kind of the key on both ends right now. Bucky with it over to Minix. Brady comes off top of the screen, lets it fly. Got it!
Well, it looks like Brady's elevated his game tonight.
Definitely. Well, that's his spot. He loves that spot. That could have been a push-off that time on Nitro. And there's a off the referee and out of bounds.
He almost kept it in bounds, and it would have been in. It would have been in, yeah.
That's so Springer throws it into Mason. Now we're going to give it to Brady. Give Mason a little break. Probably we're also setting a play up here to run him, and it starts off with Brady. And if we can even get it started. Northwood really pressures. I mean, they pressure all the way to half court. There's another grab. So that is 16 fouls now on Northwood. So the next one will be 1-1.
Yeah, and we're still sitting at 1.
No, that's
they're
7.
Showing 7.
That's 7. So
2, 4, 6. I missed one somewhere.
So a chance here to potentially get us within 1. Wade eyes, flies, got it. So we're back to within 2 points now. Is that the first basket? First point of the game for Wade Springer. Eyes another one. Man, this one's off to the side of the rim. And Weems rebounds, gives it to Nitro. Nitro brings it up. He looks like a center, and he's bringing the ball up the floor. So Rosh with the ball on the wing now, up the wings to Nitro. really do a good job of cutting underneath. Wolf now for three. He got another one.
Springer's trying to get there. He couldn't. There's about three screens in his way.
Yeah, he's just, they're hard to guard, but we're fighting, we're clawing. And Northwood's not having the, I'm not sure. They called a travel that time on Bucky. He caught it, and they kind of undercut him on the catch, and I'm not sure he even had the control of it to get a travel, but that was the call. So Northwood will inbound the ball. 3 subs in now for Northwood. We got Rosh back in there, Brenner, Weens. All their starters is up 32. J.J. Payne is in there for Bontrager. Northwood with it up top now. Brenner goes around the corner. Short little shot, no good. Oh, we got, can't give up those easy bunnies. And we do get a stop. That time we had a Mack truck running over a Prius out there as Springer brought the ball up the court and then cut in front of J.J. Payne and got run over. So in the NBA, they're actually starting to call that offensive.
Oh, if you cut in front.
Because you're kind of cutting in front of them and doing something unnatural.
Okay.
But in high school, that's still, you're still going to get the call on that.
Well, and he got fouled, and then he went down, and then Payne completely lost his footing and landed on his head, so he got hit twice.
Yeah, so 1-and-1. First one's up and rattles it around and in. That was a big shot there. We're down 7. Until we can slow them down, we've got to keep scoring. So Northwood's on a pace right now to score about 85 points. Hopefully we can slow them down here a little bit. Springer eyes the second one and got it. So he's 3 for 4 now from the line. 3 points for him. Braden comes back in for him. Give him a little break, maybe to see if his head's still still attached after getting run over.
How many fingers do you see?
So Northwood with the ball up by 5. Weens with the ball out top. Over on the wing to Rosh. Up top to Yoder. Over to Brenner in the corner to Weens. And he drains another one.
That's his first one, but yeah,
so,
it's another 3.
Yeah, another for Northwood. So that's up to what, 7 now, I think? 7 threes.
Yeah.
7 for, they got to be 7 for 10, I think. Brady drives lane, kicks it over to Braden. Braden from the corner, and he got it.
If nothing else, I'm loving this.
This is like old-time basketball here, where guys used to make shots all the time. So nice to see him come off the bench cold like that and hit it. So Northwood with the ball. And Rosh, are they going to call a charge?
No, they're not.
Nope, they're going to call a block. To me, that's, if they're not going to call a charge on it, that's a no call.
You just need to let it go.
Yeah, because it didn't cause any change in momentum or anything from Rosh, but not going to give it to him. That is Mason's first foul.
It's only 2 on Westview for the half.
Weens with it up top in the corner. Brenner got it.
Yumma.
See, they were you said they were averaging 8 threes a game, or that was us averaging?
That we were. I never did count up how many they're getting, but they've got that already. Oh my goodness, that's.
Mason gets side checked into the. If that'd be hockey, he would have been into the boards there.
Yeah, he should have tossed it at the board. He'd have got a 2-point shot. Well, I guess he's still shooting, so all he's got to do is hit the first one. He still gets 2, right?
Right. Well, this will be 2 shots regardless. What did they call that on the pass or the shot?
Yeah, they called it on the pass because he kicked it across, but doesn't matter.
Good shot there by Mason. Gives him 11 points on the evening. Chance to make it 12 here. Back to 7, 37-30.
He was not looking up. The official bounced it to him.
Yeah, what happens if you dribble it off your toe on a...
Well, it bounced off his head. It's like, are you allowed to go get it?
Probably not. So 37-31, hits them both. He's up to 12. Westview within 6. We need to stop here. 3 minutes to go. Really important to close out this half strong. Northwood are on the top. Yoder, good defense that time by Braden to discourage the shot. Brady chasing Brenner around the circle. Almost a steal that time by Minix. Rosh gets tipped in the corner to Yoder. He missed. Nice try, nice pass ahead that time. Just a little weak on the shot, or on the pass, or that would have been a nice layup for us. And here we got Brenner with another 3. He missed. Northwood chases it down in the corner. Yoder with it up top. Yoder to Rosh. Over to Weens. Corner to Yoder again. Down low in the post. They like to work their offense off the post. Raj turns, misses, gets his own rebound, up and missed again, tipped up, no good, and Bucky finally clears after all that traffic.
Wow.
So Mason with the ball up now. It almost feels like fans have to take a breath here. This has been some up and down action, but really fun game to watch so far. We're going to take a little time off the clock here, a little bit different. We're running a set play here to try to get something easy. Not sure where that pass was going. That's a little short on the. We got a little too bunched up. I think we're going to try to run the same play again here. We didn't run it right that time. Minute 25 to go. Minix with it up top, throws it over to Brady. We try a pick and roll through the middle there. That's just not working. And Northwood's doing a pretty good job of getting out on our three-point shooters. Better than we are. Mason stumbles a little bit, keeps his dribble. 1 minute to go. Coach frustrated. We're not running a set play very well. But we're all hanging on to the ball. At least we're not giving them an easy one.
I don't think we're used to playing these set plays with this kind of defense.
Yeah, not when somebody jumps in your way. So we're going to hold the ball now and try to get this last shot. This could be interesting, being passive here with 42 seconds to go.
And they're counting him. They're counting.
He's going to get a 5-second call. Timeout, Westview. I think Rob saw that coming. And
if Mason didn't realize they were counting him, he was counting behind him.
Yeah, he's got to look at that referee and know what's happening. So we have a 30-second timeout here, 36.5 seconds to go until halftime. So.
High school sports fans, welcome back to Game Time, to pure spirit, to pure sport. Welcome back to high school sports.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and I just want to say, welcome back.
This is Game Time. This is Indiana high school sports. This is your IHSAA.
Back here at Westview, 36 seconds to go till halftime. Westview will inbound the ball from half court. 37-31 Northwood. Northwood's just lighting it up from out beyond the arc tonight. I think were they 8 of them now or 9?
Yeah, they've hit 8. 8 out of 13.
So Mason gets the ball in. We're kind of spread out. He does have. You don't want to get in that corner. Well, that's not what you call a timeout for, and that's just a mistake on bringing the ball up the court. So that's why it's tough to hold the ball for the last shot against Northwood, but if it happened, we got 14 seconds to try to get it back. So now Wade has the ball. He's getting pressure. Gets it over to Minix, to Brady. 1 second to go. Shot from way out and banked it. Braden did a good job of recognizing the clock and at least got a shot off. So we are at halftime. Northwood 39, Westview 31. And we will be back to Westview High School after these timeouts.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need the #1 rated reliability of Kubota compact tractors so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 84 months and save up to $1,400.
Remodeling in the near future? Dale Fry at Dale's Dependable Handyman Service is the right man for the job. Get a new look for your bathroom, kitchen, garage, attic, or anywhere else in your house. Dale is fully trained, licensed, and insured. No subcontractors, just Dale and his son, Owen, will do the job. Call 260-463-3970 or visit dalesdependablehandyman.com.
Visit the new Yoder Crossroads Complex in Shipshewana. Start your day off right with locally roasted coffee at 5 Lakes Coffee. Speedy drive-thru or enjoy the aroma and coffee inside. Breakfast and lunch at the Corn Crib Cafe offering daily lunch specials and featuring Yoder popcorn, quality popcorn since 1936. Homemade caramel corn and free samples while you browse our gourmet shops. That's Yoder Crossroads, 5 and 20, Shipshewana, Indiana.
Does your paint job need a refresh? Got too many dings and scratches? Let Hyde Auto Body take care of it for you. No matter the type of vehicle, motorcycle, trailer, or truck cab, Hyde Auto Body's experienced paint specialists will attend to every detail so you don't have to. We aim to be #1 in customer service, and your satisfaction is always guaranteed. We're located west of State Road 9 on US 20. Hyde Auto Body, a trusted name in the community for over 20 years.
We are back at Westview High School, where Northwood has I think it was their biggest lead of the first half, 39-31. We held the ball out front trying to get the last shot of the half after they stopped some of our set plays, but we just couldn't quite do it. They got a steal and might have called a foul on the steal, but when you're that physical the whole game, refs kind of relax on those calls sometimes, I think. But Dan is here with our stats right now.
Yeah, I think that might have been one of the fastest halves. I mean, as far as what it felt like that I've ever watched.
I agree.
It's just like, we're halftime already?
I know.
Did we just start?
And Northwood did they have 10 fouls?
Yeah,
so it's not like there wasn't any fouls
8
called.
or 9, yeah. So,
yep.
Yeah, I think I have 8 down, but I think there were actually 9. I'm not sure. I missed one somewhere. Taking a look at individual scoring, I mean, Northwood, they've got 2, 4, 6, 7 guys that have scored. Pretty much everybody that's been in there except for Brock Montrigger has scored. He's one of the guys that came in off the bench. They're being led right now by Chaz Yoder. He had their first 9 points of the game. He hit 3 threes, and that's all he's got so far. So I hadn't realized that, but I guess we managed to shut him down, but not until after he'd done that damage. Cooper Weens, one of the starters, has 8 points. That's on a 3, a couple 2s, and a free throw. 7 points so far for Nitro Tuggle. Came in off the bench, hit a couple 2s and a 3. 6 points for Ethan Wolf, sophomore. I'm assuming maybe the coach's son. Came in and hit two threes right in a row in the second period. 5 points for Cade Brenner. He had a 3 and a couple 2s, although he's got most of the misses on the team so far, as far as what I'm seeing here. And then 2 points each for J.J. Payne and for Ian Roush. For Westview, being led right now with Mason Yoder's 12 points. He had 8 of those in the first quarter. He was 4 for 4 at 1 point from inside the arc. And then in the second period, he was 4 for 4 from the free throw line to add 4 more points there. So 12 points for him, 6 points for Brady Yoder. Both of those coming on threes that he curled around on the left side. I mean, he caught the ball and was going up and shooting. I mean, it was a super quick release. And the second one, he was actually back off the line a little bit and still curling. And I didn't think he'd have enough to get it there. I mean, but didn't look to be a problem.
Yeah.
Just drained it. 4 points tonight for Bucky Lehman, so he's our third leading scorer. Doing a good job playing body in there. And 3 points for Braden Aish. He had a 3, and 3 points for Wade Springer. He is 3 of 4 from the line. So looking at some of the shooting types, so we're 6 of 8 inside the arc. So shooting 75% there. And we are 4 of 5 from the 3-point range is what I'm showing. I think the only 3 we missed was that 3 that Braden forced up at the end of the half.
So we've only missed 3 shots the whole first half?
That's what I'm showing. Now,
wow.
Now I'm not used to doing stats anymore.
Well, and I think...
so I might have missed some, but...
Well, but I don't think by much, but some of those that we maybe missed were called fouls.
Right.
And so we got free throws out of them.
And then we did have 6 turnovers, and I only showed them with 1, and that was an offensive foul. Do you remember any other turnovers they had?
Yeah, the one
he threw it out of bounds.
Yeah, that the referee almost got in the way of.
And I'm showing rebounds were about equal, but both teams are shooting well. So they're 8 of 13 from 3-point range. So they've missed 5 threes, and they're 7 of 11 from inside the arc. So I'm showing them taking 24 shots, us with 13. So I'm thinking I must be well.
They're 15 for 24.
And I'm only showing us 10 of 13, but I must have missed some. Well, although we have turnovers, so if we can get the shots off, or fouls could have ended some of those possessions.
Free throws, yeah. So yeah, we didn't think, our eyes didn't tell us on first glance that there was many missed shots out there. Really, both quarters, you know. You've seen them start hot before, and then everybody gets cold in the second quarter, but that didn't happen.
Yeah, so they were still, Northwood was still 4 of 6 from three-point range. Actually, they were hotter in the second period than they were in the first. 4 of 6 in the first period, they were 4 of 7. But,
yeah, they come at you in waves. Nothing rattles them. But I'm happy with how we competed in that quarter. Clearly we're the underdog here today with our size and our experience and everything. But I thought we competed out there well. I think what I'd like to see in the second half is guys like Braden Ash and Springer. And can those guys get some, I guess what you call them, some of those garbage baskets, where they're in fighting for a rebound and they put it up and in. We shot well, and that's awesome. But to win these kind of games, you got to get some of that dirty work done. And we might need some of that this half. One
of the things I noticed early on was, especially when we were on defense, on the shots, we had everybody boxed out. And, there was nobody within 10 feet of the basket. And we let the ball drop, and then we went after it. We were boxing out that far out. And so the guys were doing what they're supposed to be doing. Wherever you're at, you find your man, you box him out. If he's out by the three-point line, you should still be boxing him out, or, getting him blocked out so he can't go around you. And so early on we were doing that.
Well, Coach mentioned in his pregame interview that this team works as hard as any team we've had. And, for him to say that, he's not going to bring it up if it's not something that stands out. And I think them competing out there the whole half like that, when a team hits 8 threes on you, he can hang your head.
Yeah.
And they didn't. And they kept competing, and I think Northwood gets the ball to start this half, but we'll come out, get some stops, and get right back in this game.
Yeah, I don't think there were any held balls at all.
I don't remember. No, I don't believe there were.
So they got it. They got the opening tip. We started the second quarter, and I guess they'll get it to start the third. So why don't we take a break here, and a 1-minute break, and we'll be back for second half action here at Westview High School at LaGwanamedia.com.
Have you ever wondered what the difference is between a Roth IRA and a traditional IRA? Have you ever wondered if you have enough life insurance? No matter where you are at in your retirement planning journey, nearing retirement, or just starting to think about it, we can help you. Our mission is to get to know your needs, your wants, and your long-term goals, and then implement strategies to help you get there. If you've ever wondered about any of these things, give us a call.
And we're back for second half action. Tonight's halftime show brought to you, as always, by Lehman Insurance and Financial Group, located on Lehman Drive in Topeka.
All right, so the big question here, can we please keep shooting like this the rest of the game? A lot of times these games switch a lot at halftime, but I would expect both teams to continue playing well. Whether the shots go in or not, that's not always the corollary. Northwood inbounds it. Weems brings it over top, over to good defense that time by Brady to discourage that shot. Yoder drives the lane in the corner to Brenner for three. Well, he was fading away out of bounds and still hit it. What more can you do?
Yeah, Brady was right there, going up in his face too.
And we're going to face a guy in the sectional that has a pretty good habit of hitting those shots too, so we better learn how to guard that.
So the difference there might be there's one of him.
Here we got a steal by Weems, and just like that, the lead's up to 13. Mason dribbles it off his foot and tracks it down just before he goes out of bounds. So it looked like that first possession we have. Here we got a wide open Braden for three, no good. And Brenner with the rebound. Brings it up the court, drives on, kicks it out. Rosh for three. No good. Braden got run over that time, and that's where you got to win some of those fights. And that's where you got a sophomore or a junior going against this. Well, no, I guess they're both juniors.
Yeah.
But one's just a little bit stronger than the other. So good defense that time by Brady to stop that shot in the corner. Another three by Yoder, and he got it.
That's his fourth three.
So we might want to figure out a better way to get the ball up the court. Mason calls timeout as we were close to the 10 count there. So in the first minute and 45, they've extended the lead as much as they did in the whole first half.
Yeah, hit 2 threes and a regular bucket and the bucket was on a layup on a turnover.
Yeah.
So
well, a couple things there. One, we turned it over. Two, they're playing Mason a little different this half. And number three, we missed a wide open three. So three of the things we didn't do in the first half.
I think Wolf's a smart enough coach. He's going to make adjustments too. And if he figured out Mason could go through him, then figure out how to stop him.
Well, and from his perspective, scouting us against Bethany and Cherubusco probably didn't give him a whole lot.
Well, yeah.
So they took the first half, and Mason was, I don't know where he was going that time.
He's trying to curl around.
Well, they're doubling the inbound. I don't know why we don't have another player down there to try to help him out there. We have Bucky there, but Bucky's not going to dribble the ball up the court.
Right. That's putting a lot on Mason there to try to get loose and go.
Yeah, it really is. So Brenner with the ball up top, over on the side to Rosh, up top to Weens, over to Brenner. Lob now, play to Bontrager. Good defense that time by Mason. Back up top, good defense by Brady to close out. And that ball is out of bounds. Northwood was just our third turnover of the game. And that came at a good time. It's hard to look up there and see we're down 16.
I know.
I mean, it doesn't feel like it, but wow. Well, we got to keep fighting. Brady with the ball, bringing it up court now. So behind the back, dribble center, over the corner to Minix. He turned down the shot. Back to Brady, over to Mason. Out top to Springer. We did bring a guard in now for Bucky, but he gets ball stolen from him by Brenner, who goes all the way and lays it up and in. Well, you can just see a few times now we're just getting out muscled. They're taking the ball from us. They're beating us to loose balls. And so we're a little bit shell-shocked in some positions right now. So we're going to have to regroup and do what we were doing in the first half. Mason cross-court pass. Got lucky that we got that one back. And Brady fires up a two and got fouled. Shot did not go in.
Turned what could have easily been a turnover into a shot and a foul called on them, and that Weens picks up his third foul, first for the Panthers for the half.
That was a really lackadaisical cross-court pass that time, but we got away with it. Brady with the first free throw, and we just got our first point of the second half. Well, Northwood's one of those teams where they just keep pounding. You give them a little opening, and they're just going to spurt a little bit, and that's what they did. Brady misses the second one. Rebound by Brenner, and gives it to Wolf to bring it up. So Wolf dribbles it across the timeline, left side to Nitro. Up top to Rosh. Over to Wolf. Nice cut down there by Nitro. Good job by Braden that time to knock the ball away. And Northwood will inbound there on the back under the basket.
Well, if there's anything we can learn from them, I mean, there's lots of things we could learn, but that those quick hands always reaching.
Yeah, they definitely are very active. Now we got Brennan with another shot and another three. I think that's the third one this half already, isn't it?
Yeah, it's the third three, his second.
So they got 11 on the night now. Well, we just need to keep working on what we do. Compete on every possession. Don't do stuff like that. That's not normal. Not needed. You're not going to make up this whole deficit in one possession. So let's work it, get a basket, and Brady in the lane with a little Euro. Nice shot that time by Brady. When I played, we didn't call that anything. I think when I played, that might have been a travel, but now it's a fancy move. So good move that time by Brady. Rosh inside with the layup and extends the lead back up to 20. So Northwood up now, 54-34.
We're using up our timeouts, trying to get the ball.
Yeah, we're not setting a screen, we're not cutting, we're just juking back and forth, and Northwood's too good to allow that to happen. That's why as they come off we're going to take a full timeout here, so we'll talk about this when we come back. We'll be back to Westview right after this break.
This is your IHSAA. This is your state. This is your high school. This is your athletic association.
Fans, I'm IHSA Commissioner Paul Knighty, and we're here to make sure that all of this remains yours.
This is your state. This is your community. This is your IHSAA.
Dry Forest Wood Products in Shipshewana offers high-quality lumber drying with their vacuum kiln drying process. At Dry Forest, we believe in valuing the life of a tree by respecting its integrity and enjoying its natural beauty. Dry Forest Wood Products with over 40 years of lumber drying experience. Located at 4325 North, 675 West in Shipshewana. Call 260-768-7714.
And we're back. Westview inbounds the ball, and Wade Springer got shoved from behind by number 32.
Foul called. You're just saying it's our ball.
No, he's calling a foul on him.
Oh, okay, he did. Okay.
Called a block on 32.
I was looking at the other official. So 32 picks up his second foul.
Well, the thing that this does, it mentally wears you down because they are in your face everywhere the whole game. So Mason with the ball after an assist to Northwood right there.
Yeah, passed it. Tuggle was watching for that.
Yeah. Well, they're getting him in the corners, and Brady with a shot of 3 now. So our shot selection has dropped off. Our turnovers have picked up, and our body language is not very good right now, and we got to regroup. Brenner with the cut in the lane. Nice little bank shot. He missed it and knocked out of bounds by Northwood, and we'll have the ball back. So J.J. Payne knocked that out. A little surprised Northwood's putting full court pressure on with a 22-point lead, but that's just kind of how they play. Mason with a, or not Mason, Brady with a pass over to.
Oh, that's the second time Payne just wiped Springer out.
Yeah, he must be a linebacker or something because that's the way he plays.
Going all out.
He's run over Wade and Minix a couple of times tonight. So you like a guy like that when he's on your team.
Yeah, he's giving it his all. They all are.
He's not being a dirty player.
He's just playing hard.
Yeah, and he outweighs our guys by 30 or 40 pounds. At least
got
those
4 or 5 inches on him.
Yeah. So the corner now to Mason, back out to Wade, over to Brady. Brady over to Mason. Mason drives baseline, cuts in the lane, stops, nothing. Springer for 3. He got it.
One thing about if they get open, they just got to shoot.
Yeah, they have
and they don't have time to think, so that might make them shoot better.
Yeah, that's a good point. Nitro with the ball up top, over to Rosh, up to Brenner. Brenner fakes, drives lane all the way down, lays it up and in. Well, one of the keys for our defense is you got to keep the ball out of the middle of the court. The way we play help defense, if you get in the middle, there's no help there. So Brady throws it up to Mason. Mason grabs it on the run. All the way down, up, no good, but he's fouled by Wolf, and he'll go to the line for 2.
That'd be Wolf's third. 4 on them for the half now, I believe.
Well, the way Northwood plays, I mean, they can afford to foul.
Well,
you know, when you got 5 or 6 in your rotation, you got to be careful. But you can rotate 8 easily. And Mason rattles that one in for his 14th point of the night. Is that his first point of this half? I think, yeah, it is the first point of this half.
It's only 13, though, isn't it?
No,
they've got him for.
You're right.
Yeah,
No,
okay.
you're right. That's
they already had it up there.
Right there. Yeah, they had it up there before I looked. So Wolf with the ball up top now. Springer's tight on him. Nitro drives the ball on Braden. Good footwork that time by Braden to stop him. Brenner drives down the lane, goes around Brady, out the rush, and we got a charging foul called on...
Boy, Springer is getting knocked down. I think it might have been Wolf.
Would that be his fourth? No, number 3, Brenner.
Brenner his first. So that's going to be a turnover on them, an offensive foul.
That hardly seems fair, all the contact, and that's his first foul. Mason with it in the corner again. We're going to clear out of there and see if he can bring it up one-on-one.
Yeah, they back off and let him.
Braden's going to set a screen for him up top, kind of give him a little room. We're going to try to set one, but they kind of take screens as a challenge, don't they? Brady drives it hard to the corner, didn't get it. Wade Springer to the line, got clobbered, no call. Or it looked like he got clobbered. He might have just fell down, but missed the layup. Brenner down the floor, over to Nitro in the corner. Good closeout by Brady. We're going to travel on Nitro here.
Well, they might be getting a little tired too. I don't know. They have 3 turnovers this quarter. I only showed them for 2 in the whole first half.
Yeah, that's true. That's back-to-back possessions too. So naturally, you got to take them out, right?
Yeah.
Put in 3 more. Now, what a luxury as a coach when you have that kind of talent. Be able to rotate them out, and everybody plays hard. And Mason drives in and made a very unusual move. Got knocked backwards, got it again, and went up and got fouled.
And they're going to call it on Roush, his third.
Yeah, I think they missed the foul on his first move, and then they called it on his second, even though it probably wasn't. I know in watching their game against Triton, Northwood had a lot of block shots where Triton would just try to drive into him and shoot it. They'd send it back the other way in a hurry. Mason makes that free throw. Fires another one up, got that one. So he is up to what?
16.
16 now. Scoreboard's lagging on that one. So we've cut it to 17 now. Was up to what, 22?
I'm not even sure. They're scoring so fast. I'm missing some of theirs. I have to catch them up later, so I don't have as good a record as I do sometimes.
Chaz Yoder in the corner, and they're going to get Mason for a foul here on the rebound. Northwood's giving the old sarcastic cheer or a foul called on us, but they're the ones out there holding and grabbing, so they shouldn't be hollering too much. Brady, a good job on defense on Brenner that time. Another shoulder, another push off that time by Brenner, but they didn't call it, and he gets another layup out of it. He's really come out aggressive this half, going right at Brady. He's just a little bit bigger and stronger and has the advantage getting to the basket. Braden in the corner for 3, got it. So one of the strengths this year with our team is shooting, and even despite the fact that we're getting whacked a little bit right now, the shots are still going down, and that's a really good sign.
They got to be dead tired. I mean, they are working out there.
Yeah, they really are. This is a break right here. Just kind of a relief that they're going for one shot here with 20 seconds left in the quarter. Runner up top now to Weens. And it's guarded closely by Springer. Or no, excuse me. Yeah, Springer. That's
Springer.
Right. In the corner to Yoder, 3, got it. Saw that coming. And long shot at the end of the quarter, no good by Brady. And after 3, Westview trails Northwood 63-44. We'll be back after this.
Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana invites you to visit their expanded showroom filled with a complete line of solid hardwood custom-made furniture for your entire home. You'll also find a wide selection of recliners, couches, chairs, and many more home furnishings to suit anyone's taste. Weaver Furniture, located just south of US Highway 20 on County Road 75 North. Weaver Furniture Sales in Shipshewana, family-owned and operated since 1989.
Freedom Finish Works in Topeka specializes in both steel and aluminum. Their 40,000 square foot custom powder coat facility has the flexibility to run everything from one-piece custom orders to full production quantities. They also have the unique capabilities of powder coat, blast coat, as well as other highly durable coatings. They are your local source for powder coating. Freedom Finish Works in Topeka. Call 260-593-0204.
Okay, back for the fourth quarter here at Westview High School. Northwood came out and kind of blitzed Westview that quarter, 24-13. It looked in person worse than that score indicates, but it did give them a 19-point lead, raised it from 8 to 19 there in just a blink of an eye. And we actually made kind of a run there at the end to cut it back a little bit. So Westview with the ball now. Northwood switching defenses here, gone to a 1-3-1 zone, which will further complicate matters as we finally figured that was a double dribble that time.
Oh, and he traveled.
Weens.
And they say there was 2 turnovers there, but we got the second one.
Yeah, so about the time we'll figure them out offensively, they switched to their 1-3-1, which they usually use that every year, but haven't had to go with that yet today. I suppose when you're playing from ahead and hit 12 threes, you don't necessarily have to pull out the
go ahead and try something else.
The backup defense, yeah. Give them a chance to work on it a little bit. Also give us a chance to work with it, work against it, which clearly we need to work on because we've just turned it over twice in a row. The other thing it is, it'll probably shorten the game a little bit because it takes a little time to. Yoder that time missed a three-pointer, and West with the rebound up to Braden. Braden open from about 22, and we just got another turnover. So we got to be a little stronger with the ball. Ross with the layup and the foul by Braden, and we've got to learn to compete for the ball on those passes better. They're just kind of taking it from us right now and doing what they want.
And we get another line change by Northwood.
I would imagine a few more minutes and we might see them go a little more than 8 deep.
Yeah, they've got 2 guys sitting there that haven't played any. They're up by 21. They might be able to afford it.
Ross with a free throw to finish off the 3-point play. Northwood does call off their full court pressure now. Brady brings the ball up, throws it over to Braden, who wasn't looking. And I think our first goal here is let's just get a shot off. Springer gets it taken away again. Rosh down and dunks it. Yeah, we're just we're not being strong with the ball. Minnick's in the corner for 3, in and out. Mason attempted the rebound, couldn't get it. We might try to go to a little bigger lineup here shortly. Maybe Bucky comes in to try to shore up that middle a little bit, but we've had 5 possessions now this quarter with 4 turnovers and 1 missed 3. Rosh spins, got stolen that time. I can see who stole that ball, but Mason in the corner to Brady, to Braden, back to Brady to Mason for 3, and he hit it. That's Mason's first 3 of the night. Gets it back. Well, no, it's still over 20. 68-47, 21-point lead for Northwood. Brady shot the passing lane that time. That's over to Rosh. The corner wing to Wolf. Back up to Yoder. He missed. And Westview's going to get the ball on the out of bounds. Looks like the rebound went off of Northwood, even though Northwood fans did not agree with that call.
So somewhere I gave them 3 extra points. What did you have at the end of the third quarter? Did you?
It was 63-44.
Okay, somewhere I'd gotten up to 66.
Well, this is a challenge for you tonight too, keeping up with these stats. Here's what we need against this 1-3-1. We need ball movement, we need ball fakes, and we dribble penetration, and we're not getting any of that right now. So we got a foul out on the floor by Brady, holding Nitro.
It's going to be Brady's first, our 5th foul for the night.
Wow. Ross comes out, possibly for the final time. We'll see. No, Brock Bontrager's in the game. They're still in their normal rotation.
Yeah, still in the normal rotation.
Probably if some guys start sweating out there, they bring him out. So they don't get tired. Good ball pressure up top by Westview. Bontrager has it at the elbow. Up to Payne. Over to Yoder, who drives around. Nice pick and roll to Payne. Over to Bontrager. Block shot by Bucky, and then Wolf. Oh. And we got a good position that time by Brady on the rebound, and Nitro went over his back, and they called it. So Northwood missing a few shots finally. Kind of a rare sight.
take us to the other end to shoot some free throws.
Yeah, 1-1 with 4:53 to go. At least give us a chance to get back in the game. I don't think I've ever seen Springer look quite that tired. He's been run over how many times tonight?
Three times at least that he's been knocked down or fallen upon, or both.
Yeah, well, it's just nice to see them still competing and playing hard. They're going to get much better because of this game.
Yeah.
Brady hits the first free throw, cuts it down to 20, 68-48. Brady fires another one up, hit that one. So under 20 again. Brady now with 11 points on the night. So he's the second guy in double figures. Northwood with the ball up top to Payne. Payne over to Bontrager. Northwood still attacking. Yoder with the ball, drives into
he walked.
Walk, no call. Nitro with the shot, misses. Mason with a nice position and gets the rebound. Brings it up the court, and Northwood is back in their man-to-man, I believe. And they're kind of blocking foul on Wolf. And that's his fourth foul.
Yeah, he's picked one up each quarter.
Matches his number.
His dad's arguing that he's throwing his arm up. So.
Oh, actually, his number is
number zero.
Yeah,
so,
good no. They got a lot of low numbers on guards out there, which is a little unusual. What is 0, 2, 3, and a 4?
Yeah, they don't have a 1, but they have 0, 2, 3, 4, and one of the kids is a 5, but he hasn't played.
Okay.
5'11" junior Camden Ransberger hasn't made it in yet.
Brady with another 1-and-1. Got that one. Cuts it to 18 now.
Well, the nice thing is we get to rest a little while he's shooting free throws, so take your time. Right?
And you're
use the full 10 seconds.
Tie your shoe. Brady eyes another one, hit that one. So he's now got 13 on the night, and Westview is back to within 17. Brennan with the ball over to Yoder, up to Weens, to Rosh, over to Brenner.
Springer almost knocked that one out.
Springer follows him across. Brennan with the drive on Brady in the corner, fake the shot. Brady with another shot, or a steal, excuse me. And we got a turnover. Good job by Brady that time shooting the passing lane and forced Brenner to turn it over.
He almost got the steal and would have been heading for the other end, but
yeah, Mason throws it over to Brady. And Northwood back in their 1-3-1, and I don't know where that pass was. I don't know how that pass got through there, but
I don't think anybody was expecting him to try that. That's why it worked.
That's like the quarterback throwing the ball with two defensive backs in front of the receiver. Somehow it got through there.
So Chaz Yoder picks up his first, but that'll put Mason at the line to shoot one in the bonus, and then we'll be in the double bonus the last 4 minutes of the game.
And Mason hits that one. So he has 19, one more, and he'll hit 20 for the night. Cuts the lead to 16, 68-52.
Mason averaging 25.5 so far this year.
Well, he may end up with that. With the way they're calling fouls right now, he's a good shot of hitting that. Northwood in a little bit of a lull. They've only scored 5 points this quarter. So Northwood fans complaining about that, and they've been doing that the whole night. I don't know.
So Mason picks up his third, and that's the fourth for us this half.
I like seeing us physical like that.
Yeah.
Dish out what we've been getting. Rush, Weens throws it over to Yoder. Yoder has it up top. Lobs one in the corner to Weens. Knocks down Brady, gets it back, shoots it, hits a three. Well, that was a backbreaker right there.
Yeah.
Could have used a miss there and a chance to cut it to 15. That was a drive by Mason, and that should have been a block because Bontrager fell down before he got there and caused him to have to alter his shot. But they didn't call it, and now they got one on us going the other way.
Yeah, it's called on Springer, his first. 5 team fouls now. 3:22 to go.
71-53, 18-point lead. So we had it cut down to 15, didn't we? Before that last three, or 13th three of the night. In the corner now to Weens. Nice cut that time by Bontrager, up and in. And
that's his first points of the night.
Yeah, they really play well together. I really like their offense. They're always moving. Their cuts are spaced. Nobody can, it's just hard to trap them anywhere, and they all can handle the ball. Mason with it now, right side. Cut off by 2 guys in the corner. Braden for 3, got it. Westview still drilling the threes. 73-56 now. Steal here by Brady. Brady going down, and they knocked it off of Brady. And I think they're going to call a foul.
Okay, because the ball would have been off of Brady, but they
went
called
off
it
his
foul.
leg.
Williams picks up his 4th.
Well,
with all the
Northwood
poking and stabbing and chopping they're doing, I think they're fortunate to not have more called. But
yeah, they could have had twice that many fouls called tonight. So,
but they're playing aggressive.
Well, and you notice Northwood's coach didn't say a word.
Yeah.
So the fans are booing and hissing, but
well, we've hit our 8 threes that we're averaging per game.
That's going to be
getting stomped.
Yeah, I know. There's going to be nights that may not happen, but we can just shoot it from 4 positions at least, and that's a bonus. Something Westview really hasn't had for a while.
Yeah.
Down to 15, the closest it's been since early in the 3rd quarter. Well, I haven't called his name for a while. Rosh had the ball. They move the ball so fast, I'm just going to quit saying names. Let you know who shoots it.
Northwood.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Oh,
nice.
Almost got Wolf to touch it after Springer.
Yeah, Springer shot the passing lane there. And Weens inbounds the ball to Payne and gets it back, and then they're going to bring another. Looks like they may slow it down here. 2 minutes left. Over in the corner, Rosh with the drive. Runs over Springer, no call. Back up to Payne, back over to Nitro, and he threw it out of bounds. No, Mason or Brady's going to get it. Tries lobbing it up to Brady. they just compete on every pass.
Well, how can that be? Oh my! I'm not sure what happened there.
Yeah, I didn't.
Unless it went off of Braden. I
think 2 jumped over his back and maybe knocked it off his foot.
Okay, well maybe so.
But the way Braden's smiling, I'm thinking maybe that didn't happen. So, oh well, fast-paced game. Not every call is gonna be perfect. Northwood now.
Oh, block shot.
Block shot. Did Mason get that?
Yeah, Mason got that.
Mason brings it down, floor down. Hesitation dribble. Up and under, and missed everything. So, good effort by Mason that time. He just kind of got caught in the air and couldn't get the ball to grab the backboard on the way down.
Bucky picks up his 2nd foul, and that's 6 fouls as a team now, so still not, they'll be shooting now after this, but.
Well, coach exhorting the players to keep playing hard, and Nitro just traveled again. That's his 2nd travel of the night. Northwood's got a little sloppy this quarter, which, you might expect that when you're up 22, whatever they were, and that tends to. Mason with the pull-up. Misses everything, and Northwood will take it out of bounds. Minix comes in now for Bucky. (73-58). Been stuck on this score for a little while. About a minute to go in the game. Northwood walks it up the floor. Wolf with the ball. Wade Springer applying good pressure. Over to Rosh. Over to Weems. Fakes the 3. Drives in to Nitro. Nitro drives over to Payne. Good job that time by Mason contesting that pass to Rosh. Rosh with the ball over in the wing to Weens to Nitro. Drives the lane up, no good. And Braden with the rebound, and nice job hanging on to the ball that time. And one of our guys got run over again, but no call. Mason over to Minix in the corner to Springer, back to Minix, over to Braden. Good ball movement by Westview out there. Brady with the ball, gets cut off by 2, over to Mason. Just trying to get a good possession here to finish the game on. Mason drives. Oh, just missed. That would have gave us 60 on the night, which would have been a nice round number. But Mason's played hard. Northwood's played hard. It's been a really well-played game. Northwood's just a little bit better right now and is going to come out of here with a 15-point victory. 73-58 the final. We will take a commercial break, and then we'll be back with final stats right after this.
Tiffany's Restaurant on East Lake Street, Topeka. Mouth-watering home-cooked goodness, all in a friendly down-home atmosphere among friends and neighbors. Different daily specials, all-you-can-eat fish twice a week, scrumptious buffets featuring our fried chicken, and then finish it off with a slice of fresh-baked pie. Eat in our large dining room or carry out at 260-593-2988, and now offering delivery within 10 miles of Topeka.
Visit the new Yoder Crossroads Complex in Shipshewana. Start your day off right with locally roasted coffee at 5 Lakes Coffee. Speedy drive-through or enjoy the aroma and coffee inside. Breakfast and lunch at the Corn Crib Cafe, offering daily lunch specials and featuring Yoder popcorn. Quality popcorn since 1936. Homemade caramel corn and free samples while you browse our gourmet shops. That's Yoder Crossroads, 5 and 20, Shipshewana, Indiana.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need the #1 rated reliability of Kubota compact tractors so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 84 months and save up to $1,400.
Dry Forest Wood Products in Shipshewana offers high-quality lumber drying with their vacuum kiln drying process. At Dry Forest, we believe in valuing the life of a tree by respecting its integrity and enjoying its natural beauty. Dry Forest Wood Products with over 40 years of lumber drying experience. Located at 4325 North, 675 West in Shipshewana. Call 260-768-7714.
Okay, welcome back to Westview High School, where we just saw Northwood defeat Westview 73-58, and really an entertaining game. The last quarter got a little sloppy on both ends, but Westview started out well. Northwood started out really well, led 21-16 after one quarter, led 39-31 at halftime. And then I think obviously the key was about the first 2 minutes of the third quarter, where they came out and just blasted us with a few points. It was up to 16 in no time, and they outscored us 24-13 in the third quarter. And then we actually outscored them in the fourth quarter, but it held them to 10 points. But we outscored them 14-10 in that last quarter. But just wasn't enough, and I'll let Dan take it from here.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you look at it overall, I'm showing, and again, I might have missed some, but I'm showing that we were 8 of 13 from 3-point range, which that's
great.
pretty darn good shooting.
You'll take that any game.
We were 7 of 15 inside the arc, so just under 50%.
Okay.
But overall, 15 of 28, so that's over 50% for the game. And we got our 8 threes. I mean, we got a lot of those things that we probably want to get.
Right.
But, man, were we playing an offensively minded team. And so we still ended up losing. But like you said, we did come back. This is the closest anybody's gotten to Northwood so far this year. They only beat us by 15. So taking a look at individual scoring, they were led. Northwood was led tonight by 17 from Cade Brenner, and he had all of those by the end of the third quarter. In fact, he got 12 of those in the third quarter. He was much of the reason that they took off like they did in the third quarter. He hit 2 threes and 3 twos in the third quarter, and I think the 2 threes and one of the twos were the first 8 out of the first 10 points they scored in that quarter.
Okay, yeah.
So he was really propelled them there. 15 points for Chaz Yoder. We talked about the fact that he hit the first 9 points for them in the game. He hit 3 threes to start it, and then in the third period he hit 2 more threes. So overall tonight he was 5 of 9 from 3-point range. So all his points came from 3-point range. 15 points for him. Also in double figures for the Panthers, Cooper Williams, 6'2" senior. He hit 2 threes, a couple twos, and a free throw. 13 points for him. Other scoring for the Panthers tonight, Ian Rosh had 9 points tonight. Also 9 points for Nitro Tuggle. 6 points this evening for Ethan Wolf. He hit 2 threes in the second period. In fact, that's the only shots I show him taking. I've got him 2 for 2 for the night, 6 points.
Yeah, I don't remember him taking another one. I think he missed one shot.
Well, it could well be as fast as the game was going.
I think he missed one down here, but.
And then Brock Bontrager and J.J. Payne each had a bucket to round out the scoring for the Panthers. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 8 guys that played, they all scored, and quite a bit of it. So Westview led tonight by Mason Yoder. I think he's led us each game so far. He'd been averaging 25.5 points coming into tonight's contest. He had 21 tonight, and that included a three-pointer for him. And he was 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 of 10 from the free throw line.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah, so heck of a game for Mason. He had 8 points in the first quarter. Actually, so he didn't hit any regular buckets after the first quarter. He hit a 3, and the rest of his points came from free throws. I hadn't realized that till just now looking at my stats.
Yeah, that's an interesting stat.
Yeah, so Brady Yoder, he's been having a good year so far, too. He's averaging 17 a game. He had 15 tonight, and he got 2 threes in the first half, and then he had 1 regular bucket in the third period. But then he was 7 of 8 from the free throw line for the rest of his points. 3 points for Wiley Minix. He hit a 3 in the first quarter. 6 points tonight for Wade Springer. He hit 3 of 4 from the free throw line. Then he hit a 3-pointer. 9 points this evening for Braden Aish. I guess I didn't realize, but yeah, he hit 3 threes. He's 3 of 5 from three-point range. And Bucky Lehman had 4 points tonight to round out the scoring. So as we mentioned, we had 8 threes. They had 13. Rebounding, I'm showing them with just a slight advantage. I think maybe one of the biggest differences is, I mean, they called 17 fouls on Northwood and only 9 on us. But turnovers, I'm showing us with, 5, 13, 15, and them with 10. But at the end of the first half, they only had 2. And one of those was an offensive foul. So they did a heck of a job handling the ball. But, yeah, so the one thing I forgot to say is overall, looking at the free throw shooting percentage, we had a good free throw shooting percentage, 20 of 22.
Wow.
But they were 100%, 2 of 2.
They only shot 2 free throws. Wow.
And they were both on the back end of a traditional, the old-time three-point play.
Interesting.
And, yeah, but there was hardly any fouls called. I mean, they were never in they got to the bonus situation in the second half, but then there was no more fouls called after that, so they never made it to the free throw line for any one-and-ones.
Yeah, so I don't think, it's a 15-point loss, but I don't think you can feel too bad if you're a Westview fan, considering where we started this summer, how we were. I mean, they outweighed us and out-athleted us at many positions out there tonight.
Height.
We hit our free throws. That's always a sign of toughness. Can you hit your free throws? I think
and we still hit threes at the end of the game.
Hit threes, shot over 50% from 3, and I think over 60%. I'm not sure what 8 out of 13 is, but close to 60%.
Well, actually, 8 out of 12 would be 67%, so 8 out of 13 is probably still the 60s.
Yeah, and so we hit our shots. It's one of those games where you probably need about 5 or 6 turnovers or less in order to have a chance to.
Right.
And that's what the difference is, and that's what you. It's not what you expect, but what you typically see with an experienced physical team against people that aren't maybe used to playing against that. It's a lot different than Bethany and Cherubusco. So we'll have a chance to work on that. We got Hamilton coming up next. They are here on the 14th, and then followed by Angola on the 17th and Lakeland on the 21st. So get out here and see Westview. Really a fun team to watch play. They shoot the ball well. They play well together. They play really hard. They're going to continue to get better, and they need your support out here. So thank you for watching tonight, and we will see you next against Hamilton, and Dan's going to send us off.
Yeah, tonight's game sponsor was Weaver Furniture Sales with 2 locations in Shipshewana. Halftime sponsor is Lehman Insurance and Financial Group. Their passion is protecting yours. This evening's game was also brought to you by Dale's Dependable Handyman Service, by Yoder Crossroads in Shipshewana, also by Tiffany's Restaurant, East Lake Street, Topeka, Stutzman Power Equipment, US 20 West in Shipshewana, by Height Auto Body, US 20 West in LaGrange, by Freedom Finish Works in Topeka, also by Dry Forest Wood Products on County Road 675 in Shipshewana, by LaGwana, your local creative services provider, by Animal Care Clinic of Topeka, across from the Topeka Sale Barn, also Avail Portable Toilet and Sink Rentals, and by Dutch Blessing Floral and Gifts and Jerry Standard Service in Middlebury. Tonight's game was a presentation of LaGwana Media and the IHSAA Champions Network. This is Dan Byler, and for Jamie Miller, who did play-by-play tonight, Jeremy Anderson running the board, and Chris Mast on the camera. Good night.
Dry Forest Wood Products in Shipshewana offers high-quality lumber drying with their vacuum kiln drying process. At Dry Forest, we believe